Hello and welcome to Three Questions with. I'm my friend Lisa Swanson with this Body and Soul Coaching. Good morning, Lisa. Welcome to the show.
Oh, good morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me here.
So, Lisa, at the beginning of the year again, and a lot of my friends have health goals. And it's amazing because they're like, I want to exercise more, lose weight. And that's the goal. Exercise more, lose weight. But no strategy, no goals behind it. You got to have a plan, not just a random. So if I lose zero point 0.2 ounces, success. I wanted to lose weight. Need a strategy, right?
Oh, yeah. That's funny that you say that because a lot of people have those vague goals. So that's one thing. What is your goal? What's your vision? But it all comes down to whatever that goal is when you finally figure out what it is. And everybody, please get clear on your goal. That's so important. Having that strategy to get from here to there. What are you going to do to get there? I think a lot of people think that they can just go to the gym, hop on the treadmill, lift some weights, throw some weights around, and just like, good, I worked out. I'll go eat healthy, whatever that means. And they think they're going to get there, and they wonder after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, why isn't anything happening? I'm still exactly where I was when I started this, and I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do, right? So it's like, all right, but what was the plan? I call that chaos. I call it chaos training, running in and doing whatever, just go flying by the seat of your pants, if you will, with your nutrition. It's like if you want to get somewhere, you have to have a plan. Think about it. In anything in your life that you have accomplished, you had a plan to get there. You didn't just say, well, I'm going to get a degree in English and I'm just gonna, I'm going to this college, but I'll just randomly show up for classes. No, you had to go to your classes. You had to figure out, when am I going to study? When am I going to have time off? How am I going to make this work in my life? And then you go get a job. Okay, I want to be a CEO of a company. All right, well, what's your plan? What's your strategy to get there? And I know those are big, big goals, but I just want to point out that whatever the goal is, there needs to be a plan to get from point A to point B, because perchance is not going to work, especially when it comes to your fitness and your health and weight loss, because our bodies are constantly adapting to what we are doing. So if somebody decides, well, I'm just going to eat less and exercise more, your metabolism after a while is going to say, okay, you're going to take my food way down here, my exercise up here. Guess what? That's a lot of stress. Your metabolism is going to say, I'm not going for that. I'm going to slow right down so that this amount of eating will take care of that amount of exercise, right? So I was like, oh, okay, I'll eat even less and I'll exercise even more. And they keep doing this. And it doesn't work. It backfires. So what you need to do is figure out for your, and this can be tricky to figure out, but it's figuring out, okay, what do I need to do to get there? How much food do I need to eat? Start tracking your food. What are you doing now? What adjustments do you need to make? And the same with your workout. Have a plan. Have a workout that's balanced, that's not going to injure you, that's going to put muscle on as well as burn fat, with allowing enough time for recovery.
So, Lisa, let's take it one step further. Talking about strategy, we need to have a realistic strategy. We were joking before the show. It's amazing our memories. We can think back to when we did something, hey, I was a runner 10 years ago. I was running 5 miles a day. So thus, Lisa, I can hop on the treadmill right next to my desk and I can still do 5 miles a day 10 years later. Or I want to go to the gym 5 days a week. When like, okay, but I have a wicked stressful life. The reason I'm not going to the gym is I don't have time. So the chances of me having time 5 days out of 7 probably isn't realistic. So realistic too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you think of those SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. All of those come into play with that. It's like, okay, so what specifically do you want to do? How are you going to measure this? So when I always think, okay, think in terms of numbers, and that comes into the being realistic and having a smart strategy. Okay, I'm going to go and exercise at the gym 6 days a week. Like, how realistic is that you're going to follow through with that? That's not a smart strategy if it's something you can't sustain. So think about, what can I sustain? Okay, I know on my worst week I could get there 3 times. There you go. Start there. If you feel like I can do this, and start there. Build up some confidence in yourself first, right? Do that 3 times a week. You build up that confidence. Once you do that, you might say, hey, you know what? I probably can do 4 times a week. And then you start going for 4. Or with your nutrition, it's like you're not, so it's like, I'm not going to eat any more carbs ever again.
Good luck.
All right. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's going to backfire on you. But it might be, I'm going to start out by cleaning up my breakfast. Let me clean up breakfast and make that a nice, healthy breakfast. You go there, you start building some momentum by being successful with that. You start building your confidence. Now your brain starts believing, oh, okay, Kevin does what he says he's going to do. Let's do something else. Let's go for a healthy lunch now, or whatever works for you. But I think doing those baby steps with a plan to grow with it is what you need to think about when you're planning out your strategy.
I absolutely love that strategy because it's the thing that does work for me. But like everyone else, you set that unrealistic goal, and then when you don't get it, you get discouraged and you don't do anything. So instead of saying, okay, I know I can do twice a week. Yay, I did it. Yay, me. And then go to 3. But these people who aren't going at all, they want to go to 6. And then like, at least I couldn't do 6. So what the heck? I'm not going to bother with 3. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
3's good. You weren't doing anything. 3's really good. So
Exactly.
small wins is what we're aiming for, right?
Yes, absolutely. I had this one client. She was really struggling getting out to do her morning walk. The ultimate goal was to each morning to set herself up, not just health-wise, but mentally and emotionally, to prepare her for the day, to get grounded, because we have a better day when we go out for a walk in the morning, right?
That's
so
true.
she just wasn't doing it. So I said, all right, can you do 5 minutes? And she's like, of course I can do 5 minutes. I said, okay, that's your goal. I want 5 minutes each morning. And she said, that's ridiculous. That won't do anything. I said, just trust me. Just try it. Right? She said, all right. So inevitably she would go out and she would do 5 minutes and go, oh, you know what? I'm already out here. I can go longer. And she would do longer. But the trick was, and this is important, you have to give yourself permission to stop at 5 minutes and say, that's okay. I did what I said I was going to do. But over time, that 5 minutes did grow into like a 20 or 30-minute walk every single day. And she's like, oh, I see what you did to me. I get it now.
So Lisa, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more?
The best way to reach out to me, social media, Lisa Swanson Fit on Instagram or TikTok, even on TikTok now, and Lisa Swanson Coach on Facebook. Yes.
Awesome. Lisa, I appreciate you taking a few minutes calling to the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
My pleasure.